Hi there, I'm Nicole. This channel is Nikki Knows Nada. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Nicole Diaz, and I talk about INFJ stuff from an INFJ point of view. And I was thinking about my relationships. I struggle with relationships, and I think that INFJs are misunderstood. I have another channel called Misunderstood, but on this one I talk about things from my INFJ point of view. An INFJ is said to be the rarest personality type. Doesn't mean that other personality types are any better or worse. It's just that an INFJ is an advocate. So, and I think that since we are the rarest personality type, we're misunderstood for those reasons. So I was thinking about my friendships and my relationships. I struggle with them and I crave deep, meaningful relationships. And even though people think I'm an extrovert, I'm an introvert. I really am. It's just that I seem extroverted when the situation arises or when I need to be, but INFJs are introverts. We need that downtime, or if not, we can find ourselves in a very bad headspace, right? Okay. One of the reasons why INFJs, I'm just looking at my notes. One of the reasons why INFJs have a hard time in relationships is because we don't like to make the first move. Um, we like to watch people first because we pick up a lot from nonverbal cues, and that's kind of difficult for certain reasons because um, it's kind of difficult because um, it's like we kind of prefer people to come to us to engage, if that makes sense. So I know sometimes I could seem aloof to people or as if I'm watching them. I guess technically I am, but it's just that I like to absorb a person's energy first. And it's really hard for me to just go up to someone and start talking to them. I really need to just be in an atmosphere and fill the space out. And then I can be comfortable getting to know that person. And I love asking the question why and knowing about a person. Uh, and usually people like talking about themselves anyway, so that's not the problem. I just need to sit and watch the room first. Yeah. Um, also, as an INFJ, I need time to open up. Um, it's hard to move beyond that acquaintance stage with a lot of people. Because when it comes to myself, I just need time to feel comfortable enough being myself around that person. And I do think that's hard in friendships. A lot of times the friendship ends up one-sided because INFJs are caregivers. So we prefer personal and close relationships and meaningful relationships versus being around a lot of people. And INFJs do not like small talk. I think that's one of the hardest things for people to get. It's like when someone calls me or I know that they want to talk to me about something, I really want them to get to a point because I don't like that just, hey, how you doing? Because the INFJ's mind's gonna wonder how am I doing? Start thinking about how you're doing and the reason why you called and what you need. And I start feeling all of these things and I'm wondering why I'm not getting to the point of what they need. And then maybe after that, small talk is okay. But I always wonder about let's get to what you're calling for. And I don't think people understand that, but we like taking care of people and that small talk is kind of dreaded. And I don't think people realize that. Um, it's kind of a catch-22, so I don't know what to say. Another thing is that INFJ reads people, and sometimes I assume that other people can do that the same just as easily as an INFJ can. I think sometimes there's different personality types that have that intuition in them, but an INFJ is led by their intuition. That's what makes us unique as an INFJ. And sometimes I think that even like I can feel something and I know, hey, this person is just gaslighting you, or this person isn't good for me, and an INFJ can spot that out. And sometimes we think that other people can do it just as easily, and it can be frustrating when another person is trying to say something about someone, or maybe they're a bully, and the INFJ can feel something, and our intuitions are so spot on a lot of the times, um, almost scarily so. Some people think, oh, they have a sixth sense. Oh, we are very comfortable. Our intuition leads us, and it hurts to have it doubted, like, oh, it doesn't matter, you're crazy. We really need people that can understand us, because this is how our brain works. This is how we are. And that's not going to change just because another person doesn't understand it. And sometimes we feel that other people are that way, but they're not. They're led by logic and other things, which is okay. That's great. But I think that's why it's important to understand that everybody's brain works a little differently. I often feel misunderstood, and there's a lot of times where someone's talking to me and I'm like, oh, no, this is bad news. And sometimes people tell me it's in my head, and I know that it's not. And that's really frustrating. And so for me, it's hard to open up to people, because I'll say something that I feel, and I'm correct. We're extremely intelligent beings. And um, we have to be in touch with that inner part of us, but we can feel another person's energy. But we just have to remember, as INFJs, that everybody doesn't have that ability. But since an INFJ does it so easily, it's hard for us to really understand that and know that. All right. Another thing is, we shy away from conflict. So when I feel that tension around me, I feel anger and all that stuff, it makes me withdraw. And sometimes I think that people take that as not caring, and an INFJ is very caring, but we don't do well in conflict. And we tend to just kind of go inside of ourselves, and it's easy for us to get lost in our own thoughts and get lost in our brain. Hey, Nate, how are you doing? This is just INFJ type stuff, and it's just hard to explain that. Um, it's just that we prefer to be around people who truly get us. A lot of times that I don't really have friends in my own life. And again, I talked about the INFJ door slam, and I talked about the fallout, their stages of that door slam, and I have to have that. But that's after many times of trying to work it out with the person. But when there's no resolution, then you'll see that door slam, and when we're just done, you're gonna see that fallout, and that feels very cold. So I think that INFJ is understood a lot, because I definitely feel so misunderstood, and I'm such a loving person. But at the same time, I prefer small, intimate groups. An INFJ likes to talk to people one-on-one. Nate says an INFJ is a loner. Mine is INFT or something like that, the mediator. That is so interesting. Let me read about the mediator. INFT. Let's check you out. I love this kind of stuff. So INFT. INFT, friendship. Let's see. What is an INFT? You said you are in. Okay. INFT? I don't remember that one. Could it be P? Let me just look up the mediator. Mediator personality. INFP. Okay, I'm like, what the heck? INFP. Okay. I was just gonna say, I study this stuff all the time. But the INFP, the mediator and idealist. There's a T in there. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Oh, so there's an INFPA and there's an INFPT. And that's the mediator personality type. Does that sound? So it could be INFPT because there's two different ones. Just like there's different types of INFJs. So let's see. Let's see. Does that sound right, Nate? Could it be an INFPT? I'm not sure what the differences. Let me look. Let me read some of the personality traits. So it says, although they may seem quiet or unassuming mediators, INFPs have vibrant personality, inner lives, creative and imaginative. They happily lose themselves in daydreams, inventing all sorts of stories and conversations in their mind. Yes, PNT. Okay, INFPT. That's it. Okay, so let's see. That's pretty interesting. Oh. Okay, INFPT mediator. Here it is. Are you a lover of language? I don't like the abstract ones. I want something more. Okay, how about INFP's do's and don'ts? Do's with the INFP. This is how to speak to an INFP. Be genuine, sincere, yet tactful. Don't push them to make a decision right away. Give them time to think. Okay? Do consider how your ideal conversation topic fits in with their values and passions. Don't belittle, dismiss, or criticize any of the things they consider important. Yes, so far I'm agreeing, Nate. Because you are a thing. Yeah, I am totally agreeing. Let me read. There's two more. Appeal. Okay, so do appeal to their creativity and imagination. Ask for their help seeing things from other perspectives. Don't be loud, pushy, or physically overbearing. Give them space. They have this figure that's like, give them space. Do listen attentively and ask for their feelings and opinions about things. Don't be closed-minded or debative. If you must argue, make sure you do it tactfully and research your facts first. Hell yeah, I think that's you. INFP it stands for introverted intuitive, feeling and perceiving. So you sensitive, idealistic, perceptive, reflective, open-minded, passionate. Yeah, I do agree with that. We will sometimes convey. Okay, so Nate says we will sometimes convey a message through fictional characters using metaphors. Nate, I definitely agree with that. And INFJ is a loner. I think that I love the INFPT. I wonder what makes you a PT versus A. Oh wait, okay, look, it has how each type dresses. Oh wait, INF. Could you be an INTJ? What's an INTJ? Hang on, did I get that wrong? Let me see how I dress as an INFJ. Puts in a lot of effort into looking like they put in no effort. Oh my goodness, that is so true. An INFJ, when it comes to types of dresses, an INFJ puts in a lot of effort into looking like they put into no effort. That's crazy. INFP. Is this you, Nate? INFP puts in a lot of alternative but plain clothing that stands out just the right amount. Is that you? That's good. I want to see the difference between INFJ, PT, or A. Let me see if I can see the difference. Okay. INFP. You're not a screamer during conflict. It's an A and a T. Yes, okay. Okay, but you're the T, which is good. You're not a screamer during conflicts and prefer to remain silent. No. The fact that you're not a screamer during conflicts and prefer to remain silent makes people think that you're weak of character or a pushover, when in fact, you're just a strong and intuitive mediator. Did I get that right? INFP. But I love him. Okay, let me chill. Yeah. Okay, that is so interesting. I like knowing this stuff. I just think it's interesting and it's really cool that you know what personality type you are. Um, I'm an INFJ to a fault, I know. And hmm, I just find that really, really interesting. But yeah, I can definitely see. Oh, did you know that we get along great as INF? Okay, INFJ versus INFP. Ah, okay, this is kind of interesting. I don't know. Why am I so into this stuff? I don't know. I just am. INFJ versus INFP, cognitive functions. Let's start with the cognitive functions as the MBTI practitioners. Okay. In order from the most dominant to the least dominant, the INFJ's cognitive functions are introverted intuition, extroverted feeling, introverted thinking, and extroverted sensing. And INFP cognitive functions are introverted feeling, extroverted intuitions, introverted sensing, extroverted thinking. Dang, that got complicated. Yeah, I agree. Neat. Analytical versus artistic. Let's see how we compare. INFJ sees the world mainly through the lens of their introverted intuition, which is a perceiving function. Perceiving functions are open and exploratory in nature. The opposite of a perceiving function is a judging function, which is all about conclusions and implementing plans. Oh my God, that's complicated. INFJs are considered a judging personality. They actually lead with a perceiving function. Their second um, The second function is extroverted. That's kind of hard for me to understand. INFPs are the opposite. They lead with a judging function, introverted feeling, their second function. Ah, that makes sense. Extroverted intuition is a perceived function that is expressed outwardly. What does it say about the INFJ and empathy? About the INFJ and empathy? Okay, let me see. INFJs appear more structured, rigid, and analytical, whereas INFPs appear more open, spontaneous, and artistic. That's because INFJs are okay. That's hard for me to understand. Sorry. Let me empathy. Okay. INFJ's feelings function is extroverted. Let me find something that's easier for me to understand. INFJ and empathy. Is that what you're asking me? INF. Yeah, I can understand all that stuff I was reading. I'm sorry. INFJ and empathy. I could tell you that INFJs have a lot of empathy, but let me read that. Hmm. How come I'm not finding anything on INFJ empathy? Hang on. Here we go. I looked up the wrong thing. Aren't we empathetic? I know that we are, aren't we? I think. Oh, here it is. INFJ empathy. Okay, I'm going to tell you all about it. Understanding INFJ empathy. As an INFJ personality type, uh, okay, INFJ, controlling empathy for INFJs. Being around someone who is sad will make you feel sad, but once you've been around enough people who are sad, you realize that you can feel and experience this in emotional, indirect ways. It's easier for me just to put this in my own words. So for me, I can feel the energy of someone around me if they're sad. A lot of times, I can feel that energy before I um when I walk into a room, I can feel it, and I can realize that it's not mine. So I can't really understand all this stuff that's being said, but I can tell you that a lot of times I'll take on the feelings and emotions of someone else. And so INFJs are we have a lot of empathy, but we have to protect ourselves and know that we can be emotionally drained. We can get drained from that. So sometimes I have to stand back and realize that what I'm feeling, that heaviness that I'm feeling, isn't me, it's coming from someone else. But that's okay because we absorb other people's energy. Would I consider myself structured? Yeah, I need structure. But yeah, I like my day planned, and I'm not really for the spontaneous thing because I like things to be the same. So when I go to dance, I go to dance. Don't like being late for stuff. I need that structure. Yeah. Something spontaneous is gonna have me asking too many questions, and I'm introverted, so I have to prepare myself to leave. When I'm not, if there's somewhere that I'm supposed to be and I don't make it there, it really bothers me. Like, I don't do well with that. So don't want to plan things spontaneous with me. I need that time to process it, and I definitely need that downtime. Because we do need that little bit of socialization, but it's like I could be in a crowded room with people and I feel like by myself because I don't like crowds. So yeah, spontaneous is scary for me. Are my kids an INFJ? My son is looking that way, but I can't tell with my daughter. My daughter, I don't think so. She's more of a leader type. She's which I'm happy for because INFJs, I just don't think that she is, but it's hard to say. Your mom doesn't seem like an INFJ. My mom is not an INFJ. No, not at all. Um, you flee crowds. Yeah, and it's so interesting that and the INFJ, INFP, we get along great. Uh, but I love how you guys are like spontaneous and stuff like that. I think an INFJ needs that because it brings out that part in us. Um, it just does, and that's pretty neat. There's let me see your like an INFJ. You know you're an INFJ. Here's the thing, and this is so spot on. We INFPs are creative but quiet. Yeah, and you're so inquisitive, me. So I know. I should have known you would have known your personality type, right? You know that you're an INFJ if you know when you hear a lie. That's why it's interesting when people try to get me to believe something that I like, no, or others animosity towards me. I'm very comfortable in who I am as an INFJ. Very, very comfortable. And it's something about psychological warfare. I mean, we just don't really care what people say about us. Once we do that door slam and that fallout, it's brutal. Yes, brutal. Um, everyone swears that they value the truth until you open your mouth. This is INFJ personality, right? Wait, let me start over. You know you're an INFJ if you know when you hear a lie. Number one. Number two, everyone swears that they value the truth until you open your mouth. Number three, you often feel like you are made to understand people but not to be understood in return. Right? Number four, you are everyone's free and highly effective therapist. Number five, people underestimate you. You care for people deeply, but you also have strong boundaries to ensure that you don't repeat yesterday's mistakes. Yes. Right, Nate. I remember when you took that test. I'm glad you did. You gotta admit, Nate, it's pretty interesting to understand about yourself, so, right? Five, you want to save the world anonymously. It's true. I do. Number seven, you can truly be someone's best friend or worst enemy. I like that though. Number 8, you are known to many, but few know many aspects of you. True. Number 9, you instantly regret making plans the minute it settles in that you have to actually get ready to meet up with someone. That's the hard part, and that's why it's hard to be in relationships. That's what I was talking about, or friendships. We like to make the plan, but when it's time to go, we get anxiety, or we just it's hard. Number 10, you need to know the point of everything. That's true. Number 11, you've always wanted a deep and everlasting love, but fear that you are too intense to ever be loved by another. Number 12, sadness never leaves your soul, even in the best times. And that is true. And that's the life of INFJ. So it's like this dark soul. INFJs, I think, are just complicated, and that's why I talked about an INFJ in friendships. Relationships. I struggle with relationships. Sometimes I joke, like, I'm the most dumped person in the world, and I just have a lot of pain for that sometimes, because it gets lonely, but then at the same time, I am afraid to, I'm afraid to open up that wound and allow myself to. I don't like dating a bunch of people. I just want that one partner. I want close friends. No, Nate. I wouldn't be someone's worst enemy. The problem is because we're caregivers. They're used to that, but we have boundaries. So when we have to do that door slam, it's because we have tried. We work with the person more than other people would. We keep trying, because we feel that we can save that person. When that fallout happens, the door slam. That's the last stage of the INFJ door slam. Because there's I think it was 4 stages or something like that. When that door slam happens, that's hard, but the fallout is harder. And because we're so caring, a lot of times people will get back in our good graces, but at that time we've given up, and that's when we become the worst enemy, because people, the way you said it, voluntarily. No, I wouldn't be somebody's worst enemy voluntarily. It has to be me being pushed in that direction, because an INFJ will attract narcissists. Me and you are like 3 to 6 people should do around. Me, you, and like, that would be fun, Nate. I know another INFJ that'd be cool. You know, Don Cato from my chat. He would be cool to talk to as an INFJ. But some people they'll say they're INFJ, but they're an introverted. You can just tell a person, like an INFJ is led by intuition. That's the big thing. And when a person is believing a lie, I can just tell when somebody's not an INFJ. And there's nothing wrong with not being one, but an INFJ is really sensitive to other people's energy. That's just it. So all the people, I'm not going to get too deep into that. It's another talk. I'm low profile too, Nate. I don't know why people don't believe when I say I'm shy. I am really shy sometimes, but I'm just confident in myself. And an INFJ is a brutally honest person. So we don't expect to have a lot of friends. But you gotta admit, Nate, that doing that personality test was pretty interesting, right? I don't know. Today was emotional, but like they said in INFJ, like we just have this, sometimes I feel sad a lot, but I'm really careful at how much I listen to in a day, because I just pick up people's energy. It was interesting, huh? Yeah. I have to, I really, really have to put together videos on this page right now. It's just, I just kind of like doing a live thing because I'm getting to know people, and I do want to build more meaningful relationships. I just find it hard to do because, at INFJ, we are loners, but we're advocates, and there's things that people will ask me to do, or people will get me to try to believe or listen to, and I'm just not going to do it. I'm just very protective like that. And we're very protective over our loved ones, over our friends, and our, people that we care about. And just being really careful. But I'm meeting new people. Nate, you're solid. I have a lot of fun talking to you. But online, you have to be careful. And again, there's some people that are just drawn to an INFJ that's just not good for us. That's why INFJ sometimes toxic relationship, because we're so busy trying to fix people, and we don't fix ourselves. We're just better at fixing other people. And there's just like a lot of things that people don't understand. It's like kind of like a double kind of contradictory. Like, I can see what you need very well, fix your life. When it comes to mine, no, not so much. Not at all. And we'll stay up trying to figure things out, and we can just get lost in our thoughts and be in a very bad headspace. So I have to be really careful. Nate says, I used to do those back in the day. Very interesting to see out there. I don't believe too much in the zodiac, but I read it sometimes. Yeah, but the personality test is a lot different from that. Of course, it doesn't mean like every single thing is going to be exact, but you look at how many. The tests are like, I really like the Myers-Briggs test, personality test, because it's just very thorough, and I think for me that's the one that I know that I've heard of the most. I think that one's probably one of the most well known. But I've known that I've had that I was more of a healer type, because there's different types of INFJs. I do know that I'm a healer, and I can sense when my energy is being drained. Now I know about an INFP. See, that's why an INFPT. So I love the fact that we can share that kind of stuff. And it's just interesting, Nate, because an INFJ and an INFP gets along so well. And I think it's because you're the mediator. And we need that logic that comes from you. I think it helps keep an INFJ balanced, right? Nate says, it's easier for women to build those type of relationships. Women have always been more remarkable. Yeah, Nate, but we watch people first. And one thing about an INFJ, we're loyal in relationships, right? And I think sometimes to a fault. But I don't find it easier. Let's see, you said it's easier for women to those type of relationships. Women have always been remarkable without having to prove it with their mouthpiece. I think it's harder, and you guys are with aesthetic, so I think that you guys don't really care so much what we're saying as long as we look nice. Maybe later after you get past the looks and sex in her, maybe, but maybe then you care if you want to build a life with her. But I think initially the guy doesn't really care, because there has to be that attraction first. Am I wrong? I don't know. That's how I see it. Oh, yeah. No, I could be wrong. Well, that's not 100% thing. You said INFJ is. I did not say always loyal. Because nothing is 100%. If something is 100%, I'd be saying that it's absolute, and that gives no room for the exception. And so, 100% is a numerical number, and it's so if I said 100%, that means that doesn't give room for just one person to be different. So no, I would not say always, because always is a numerical number. I would not use the term 100%. I said that a lot of times, no, when I was talking about personality types, I said, like, it doesn't mean you have every single trait of it. INFJs are loyal, but you're always going to find some exception to something. But we are known for being loyal in relationships. Yeah. But I won't say anything is absolute, because I just know better than that. This is a huge role, so I can't say that. But we do prefer close relationships, and sometimes the person that we choose just isn't good for us, so we have to pull away. But usually if you have an INFJ as a friend, you have a very loyal friend, because we are loyal. And we prefer like a few. Well, we end up like a couple friends, like 2, 3 maybe. I don't really have any in my immediate life. Not really. My kid's dad is probably the only one. Do you think male INFJ differs from female INFJ? I think male and female INFJs will always kind of differ. I mean, I think there's a male perspective of things, but as far as the characteristics in itself, I think that's more similar. But I'm not a guy, so I can't really speak from a male's point of view. I just think that as far as like the bigger picture about a male being an advocate, and you gotta remember there's different types of INFJs, right? Not all the same. So just like there's different types of INFPs, there's different types of INFJs. So I think that is that's what differs more. The other different types. Because I'm a woman, so I speak from a woman's point of view. But I think a male will still be an advocate, still have that inner sense, can feel other people's energy and stuff like that. So yeah. I think the more important thing is, are they led by their intuition? And that's kind of what I would think about, because that's what makes an INFJ an INFJ. So we're led by our intuition versus logic. So we go by our feelings, and our feelings are accurate because we can feel other people's energy, and that's how we live our life. So I think that's what makes an INFJ kind of. And so I would see a male as doing that too. Yeah. So. And then when I read the comments on the replay, I'll be interested in hearing other people's personality type and what they think about that question. If male and females differ as an INFJ, I still say there's always differences, but as a whole, there's more similarities than there are differences. So I would like to know other people's point of view. Some people will probably score slightly different if they take it second or third time. Maybe, but the questions are pretty thorough. I've taken it more than once, but I just have known it for a long time. More of like the empath part of me. And I've always felt like a healer. I went into caregiving, and I just really, really excelled in that. People that were supposed to just live a few days, I did hospice care, stayed with me for years, beyond what the doctor expected, as far as, going from being on their deathbed to going out playing golf and things like that. I just know that I'm a healer type. So yeah, but I can't do that for myself, which is kind of hard. Yeah. And it seems always like, relationships are one-sided because we give so much of ourselves. Sometimes I just feel like I'm just not understood by other people, and then my spirit seems as if people try to crush that spirit, but pretty comfortable just being by myself. I would have been the perfect elementary school teacher. Yeah, hey, Atlanta girl, how are you doing? Good morning. Probably would have, but my favorite job actually next to dancing is caregiving. I really liked doing that. I love the people that I took care of. The last lady was with me for almost 10 years. So when she passed, it was a really hard loss. And after that, I decided I needed a break from caregiving, because working hospice and all these things that other people really didn't want to do, I just loved it, but it became draining. You can't sleep. Oh, are you in Atlanta? Kale, hi. Kale, what are you doing still up? I can't sleep either, Atlanta girl. I'm gonna have to make myself try, but I can't sleep either. Same thing happened to me. I've gotta, I gotta make myself try to sleep, but I just can't because it's like my mind races. Why are you asking me that? I'm not answering. I'm not telling you your real name. Why are you asking me that on your? You know your name, so why are you asking me what your name is? I'm up because I work night. Why are you asking me what your real name is, Kale? That's a weird question. I'm not saying your real name on my channel. If you want to say your real name, then you can do it. But I'm not gonna do it. I'm up because I work night. Well, Kale, technically I do too. And you should be happy for that late night work. Late night work. You should be grateful because some people don't have a job or a career. I'm proud of you for keeping your hours. Nate, I like the early mornings and late nights, and they kind of go hand in hand. But I love that feeling when I have, everything's kind of quiet. I can think, I do my editing. When I'm editing, I get kind of crazy, especially when I'm having to take a picture and I need to be at a weird angle, or I'm trying to tell a story and I need this picture to look more vintagey because I'm like thinking, all right, if I'm telling a story about like my past or something like that, this has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Sorry. I just like this time of day because I can recreate any type of photo that I want, or it's my thinking hour. Ko, I know who you are. You're tripping. But I'm not saying your name on my stream because that's just not what I do. I'm in California. Nate, yeah. Where'd you get that emoji from? It looks funny. I like that. No, I had to I'm in Cali. You're on the other side of the country from me. Atlanta girl. Yeah. We actually have some rain today, which is rare. Which is rare. It felt good though. But yeah, we had some rain. It's quite fitting. I think, and you know what? Another thing with this INFJ thing. Remember, I told you like on my other channel, I mentioned that I was experiencing this huge loss in the family. It's like I'm dreading the funeral because I'm not sure that I can emotionally. I'm just not ready emotionally, and I have never been to a funeral for a child before, so that's gonna hurt. Don't really even know how to comprehend that because it's just so unreal to me. A life taken so short, 15 years of life, and you're gone, and that hurts really bad. So rest in peace, young one, and I hope that the man's dad, it's just a really sad thing. So I probably will be gone for those couple days because I don't know where I'm going to get the energy to deal with that. Atlanta girl, I love Atlanta. I just wish I could remember the name of that mall that was underground. It had magicians. It had like, it just had all kinds of stuff. It was crazy. But that was before. I went there before Katrina. Um, yeah, I don't think I've been to Atlanta since. Yeah, but my family goes there every year. So yeah, you guys, the more we know about ourselves, right, and the more we know about each other, I feel like we'll be more tolerant, understanding of each other. We have more things alike than we do unalike, and yeah, that's what it's all about. Connecting with people. Look at Atlanta girl. Are you still in Atlanta? Um, it's just nice. We can talk to people from all over. Ko doing the Midwest thing. It's just really cool. You're still in Atlanta. Yeah, I love the ATL. I went out there and just wanted to get on the bus. So I went on bus rides. It was interesting. I had no clue what I was doing, but I met some friendly people who were encouraging. And then I got off the bus, went to my car. But it was just It was just interesting. I love Atlanta though. My cousins and I have family there. My uncle's in Stone Mountain. Yeah. Nate says Stone Mountain, Georgia. And I have a girlfriend that lives like in that area. Nate, I mean your good energy hours. Nate, and you're up late, Nate. I agree that is the power of tech. So you guys, thank you again for hanging out with me. What does nominal mean? So Mountain is 45 nominal. What does that mean? Oh, 45 minutes. Oh, okay. So Stone Mountain is 45 minutes from Atlanta. Is that what you're saying? Because I guess you would just consider Atlanta East Coast, not like Southeast. It's South. It's just considered East Coast, right? I'm a dork. 45 minutes away. I like Stone Mountain. And then I think, so I have one uncle that lives in Stone Mountain. The other one, I think it's just right in Atlanta. But I like Stone Mountain. I like Atlanta anyway. And I was just talking to my other friend from Australia. Okay. Georgia's considered south. Yeah, but since it's East Coast, will we say southeast or would we just say the south? That's what I'm just wondering. So I never really hear people call it that. Like Florida, southeast. I'm just wondering from where I live. I'm an hour and a half south of Atlanta. Oh, okay. Nice. I like. Do you know what your personality type is, Atlanta girl? Curious. It's 3 o'clock here. I was able to stay up until the sunrise yesterday. You don't know what it is? It'd be interesting if you know. It's just the I just looked up the Myers-Briggs. Well, I already knew what my personality type was for a while, but Nate took his test and he what was the Nate, wasn't it the Myers-Briggs personality test? Kind of interesting. That'd be curious. I'll be curious to know one day if you ever did that. That'd be pretty cool. I think it's Myers-Briggs. Wait, let me double check. Pretty sure. Myers-Briggs personality test. Myers. Yeah. Wait, let me type that in. Myers? Where's my typing? I had my friends do it. So that's it. That's the Myers-Briggs personality test. I was just curious, so I had my friends do it because I wanted to see how we getting along so well, and it was just interesting their personality types. Yeah, this one is. I'm curious. Are you gonna do it now? You don't have to. I mean, I'm just curious because I know it's late. Oh my god, it's like. Are you 2 hours ahead? It's 3 here, so it's like 5 there. But I do want to know what your personality test is. I think it's interesting. Nate, how long did it take you? I think it took me. You are? Okay. I want to know. It took me, let me see. Yeah, Google if you Google it, oh my god, it's 6 a.m. Okay. If you Google it just like that, then it'll come up. Interesting. I'm telling you, you find some interesting stuff out about yourself once you take the test and then you kind of 3 hours difference. Wow. So when do you sleep? It took like 15 minutes because I was part. Oh, okay. Yeah, I think it took me like 10. I I just like when I took the personality test the first time, and then I started to read about it, and then I met other people that were INFJs. Just like I felt more comfortable because I just felt there's people that kind of understood me. You go to bed at 7 p.m. my time. Wow. Okay. So you're gonna be up until 6. Oh, okay. Will you still sleep today though, or will you just be up until 7 p.m.? I'll leave you alone while you take the test. Mm, yeah, it's just interesting. Sometimes when people get mad at me, oh, you'll be up. Wow. Okay. I have. Oh, sometimes when people get mad at me, just people online were like, "She's not an INFJ." We are. I am. But again, it's that period when we walk away. It's like a way that we protect ourselves that makes people feel that it just feels cold to them. Okay, Atlanta girl, I should put my pajamas on right now. Probably. I can't wait to see who she is though. Nate, I've been reading about this INFP, and you have like questions where you're like this. So I definitely get that. Yeah, I don't know. That other channel, the actually today we only had one troll in that channel, so it was pretty good. Hopefully. But it doesn't really bother me. I'm so focused on other stuff right now that what they're doing doesn't bother me. Tell me about it. But Nate, honestly, I'm sorry that there's I hate to see Nate's backstage. That's not you. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. Um, I do apologize for that. So, if there was something I could do to stop that, I would. But the problem is, uh, they just keep making more accounts when I block it. So I'm just gonna keep asking you. Oh, I don't know, Nate, because I closed that chat. But I just block it when I like. No, I don't block them because they just make more, and I can't tell. I can't tell if it's you or not. So I'm sorry. But you were in the chat, so I was just thinking, how are you in the chat and backstage? So that's how I knew it wasn't you. Mm. Because you were typing. Well, you could have been, but I just knew it wasn't you because you would have said something. It's kind of sad. No, I know. How's your sleeping habits, Nate? No, I know. I can't do anything about I just I just can't do anything about that. It just makes me sad because it makes me oh, thank you, someone who hit the like. It just makes me sad that I can't be as open. Zero says, "Hey Nicole, we meet again." What's up, Zero? I finished my I finished my topic, so now we're just talking. And Atlanta girl went to take her personality test, so I'm waiting to see like what kind of personality is she. Zero, what's your personality type? Nate is an INFPT, right, Nate? And he's a mediator type. I'm an advocate and a loner, but INFJs are advocates, so yeah. I'm not. I'm probably so when I once I get more videos up, like I need to put up stuff about INFJs, but I also want to put up like other personality type videos that have that that's led by their intuition as well. And then I'll start having panels and stuff, you guys. Right now I feel like I need to just do information. Let me turn off my air conditioner. It's cold. It's like freezing over there. I like it cold, but when I'm in my blanket. Zero, so you're gonna work out with me? We're gonna do our tell you, I gotta lose 10 pounds. Like 5, and I'll be good. Zero, what is your personality type? I can't even guess with you. Interesting. So I don't know. Nate, you're nocturnal, so you sleep in the daytime. Yeah. Yeah, I have to tomorrow. Let me see. I have dance at no, I have a light day tomorrow. I only have Pilates, but I might do ballet at 10:30. I don't know. When do I sleep? I'll go to bed about. I'm gonna edit. I like to catch the sunrise because I want to take. It's when I do my videos and stuff. So I'm recording a video, so I need to catch the sunrise at like 8:42 ish. I'm a workaholic. Yeah, I am because I have a lot to do. So I need to take a video of myself. There's this tree outside that I'm gonna use. I'm gonna take a couple pictures. Don't ask about the tree. I need to get in this tree. Well, I'm gonna use the tree for some stretches. I'm gonna do some editing, and then I have dance, go to Pilates. I'm gonna do some choreography and prepare a workout video for my other page, not this one. I want to do like remember, I don't know if you guys seen the last workout I did on my misunderstood page with Miss Sheila, but this one I want to do like a more dance inspired type workout, so I'm gonna do that. Yeah, so I want to do that tomorrow or today. But I don't really see it as being a workaholic. I'm just trying to stay busy. Yeah, I'm a workaholic. I work all the time. My personality type said entertainer. Entertainer. What is that? Okay, wait, let me look. So it didn't say, Nicole, you said I am what personality type? I don't know, Zoro. You have to take the test. I don't know. You have to take that. I said I would like to. I don't know if that's accurate. Let me see. Let me see what an entertainer is. I only studied the INFJ one and ENTP, I think it was. Since you like dancing, it don't feel like a job. Right, Nate. It doesn't feel like a job at all. Let me see what the entertainer personality type is in a girl. That's interesting. Because I haven't heard anyone call it that before, but it's good because I'm learning. Entertainer personality type. Okay. Oh, are you an ESFP? Let's see. Okay. ESFP, the entertainer. You are the light in, I kind of can see this. You are the light in the darkest of times, the great spark that brightens a room, and the best influence a friend could ask for. You have a natural affinity for putting on a show, dramatic in the best of ways, often funny, charming, and outrageous. Friends love you for your heart in the way you put your entire soul into everything you do. Does that sound right? It sounds like it to me. Interesting. I just never knew that in the ESFP was for the entertainer. I just never knew that. I would see it though. Zero. I didn't say you have a tick. What are you talking about? Zero, look. I said you have to take it, not tick. It's this one. I don't know because personalities are complex, so that's why I wanted to know. They're complex. It sounds, I mean, okay, let's see. How do ESFPs, because ESFPs are the entertainer. So how do ESFPs, oh, it's okay, Zero. I was just saying you have to take the test for me to know. I mean, I love your personality. I just like, I like my, it's just interesting to know about people and to know this kind of stuff. But there's good in each, like each personality type has like their strong points. I definitely admire how some personality types are spontaneous as I'm not. That I'm the logician. I told you already a couple times. Okay, Zero, calm down. How was I supposed to know that? A couple times. You say a lot of stuff and I have to hold all that stuff in my head. I'm sorry. How ESFPs relate to time. ESFPs, they believe that time is relative and that they should arrange it based on their needs of their loved ones or their values. Is that you? They enjoy areas of personal growth and finding hands-on ways to help people. ESFPs enjoy fast-paced, humanitarian, or creative career fields. They are adaptable and enjoy being spontaneous. They dislike overly structured or micromanaged time. Is that you? I am an INFP. Okay, Zero. You didn't tell me that. And if you did, I didn't remember. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Zero. Atlantic Girl, I think being an entertainer is really cool. And I learned something new because I haven't heard of an entertainer type before. So now I know one. That's really cool. INFP. INFP is what Nate is too. So we have a lot of, what's interesting is like we have a lot of similar traits, and it's just interesting. ESFP, entertainer, motivator, presenter, and performer. Zero says, it's all right. I'll forgive you since you're Zero. You cannot forgive someone just because of what they look like. Okay? I want you to see the qualities in me. I just got to explore the INFP with Nate because that's what Nate is. So that's really cool. I am going to read more about this entertainer type though, because I like how this little, you can't see this emoji, but they have like, it's just cute how they draw their entertainer. Strengths, bold, original, aesthetic, showmanship, practical. See, if I didn't take this test, I would have thought I was the entertainer type, but I'm not. Okay, so the strengths of an ESFP, it says bold, original, aesthetic, showmanship, practical, observant, and excellent people skills. And the weaknesses, each personality type has strengths and weaknesses. Sensitive, conflict, adverse, easily bored, poor, long-term planners, and unfocused. Famous ESFPs are Elton John, Marilyn Monroe, Jamie Oliver, Adele, Jamie Foxx, Steve Irwin, and Miley Cyrus. Miley, Zero says, What does Miley do with their tongue? Oh, I'm not gonna try to do it. Here. I see your inner qualities too. The looks are just icing on the cake, and I love some good icing. Zero, you're so funny. I don't know, you guys. I just like understanding people, but that's an INFJ thing. So, um, Nate, have you looked more into the INFP? I just find it interesting because these people have studied these personality types to put this stuff together. And I just thought it was kind of interesting to know this stuff. So, yeah, Zero, don't hate me. This playing. Zero, you're so cool and funny. But Zero, this little house on the prairie dress, this is not a sexy look. This is my conservative teacher look. Okay? It's supposed to be. So yeah. I'm gonna make I've gotta make another video. Are you gonna look up my personality type? I just did your personality type, but I'll look it up again. Yeah. Do you want me to? I don't mind. Because I'm wearing. Shh. My dogs are tripping. FP. INFP. You know, there's two types. There's an INFPT and an INFPA. Let's do INFP and just see. Just by itself. My words. I gotta read something that's not that's easy for me to follow. Who said the conservative style isn't sexy? Oh. Let's see. You want 12 lessons from an INFP? 12 lessons. But I like. No, I don't want that one. I want. Okay, let me read this from an INFP. INFP. When they ask or say, "Am I bothering you? Sorry to bother you," in a text or in person, it isn't because they want sympathy or attention. It's because they actually feel like they are bothering you, or they can tell when you're lying. Is that true? Why INFPs are more complicated than I thought. INFPs. What an INFP hates. When people try to rain on their parade, when people tell them they're being too sensitive and dismiss their feelings, people who only see things from their own perspective and do not put themselves in other people's shoes, people who are fake and disingenuous, the impact that other people's opinions have on their emotions. Remember, these are things that they hate. Following predictable routines and being in restrictive environments, hypocrisy, and people who don't practice what they preach, housework, homework, work in general. Is that true? People who never give others the benefit of the doubt, imposters, posers, and copycats. Is that you, Zero? Do you guys hate those things? I don't know. It's just interesting. I know in INFJ, we don't like crowds. Yeah. I think one of the hardest things for me though is when I make plans and when it comes time for me to get ready to do that. I just it's hard to leave, and I think that's the hardest thing. So I think for an INFJ, it's easier to make plans or either have a schedule. Nate says it matches. Zero, I hate homework. See, I'm telling you guys, this is just good stuff to know. I think with the relationship from now on, I'm like, I need to know what my partner is. Although I know one, I think I attract INFJs or narcissists, either one. I think. You blow out my candle. Mm, it does. Oh, you guys. So I think INFJs are more popular because they are rare. I think we may be popular, but not liked because of our honesty, and like we're brutally honest about things. And when we try to get under our skin, it doesn't work with the INFJ because we just look at you like, because an INFJ doesn't need validation. Uh, we're we are introverted. Zero, I know you don't think I'm introverted, but I'm actually introverted. Okay, I'm not an extrovert. I kind of get like when I told you I was camera shy. I actually am. I know you don't believe me, but I feel like I am. Nate says, "Yeah, you said like 1% of the world, 3% of US." Yeah, that's true, Nate. And a lot of people, it's just imagine not going by logic, but being led into making decisions by your intuition, a feeling. But that's why I try not to put myself in the box. No, Zero, it's not really like that. It's just we all have different personalities, and it doesn't mean you have every single characteristics of an INFP, whatever, but you have enough of that personality type, but it's not really, I wouldn't really look at it like putting yourself in a box. It's just nice to I just like knowing more about myself and how I act, and the fact that some things just make sense, but it doesn't mean like every little thing has to be this way, because that's just not the case, right? You just have a certain amount of those traits. So yeah, it doesn't mean every single one of them, or you're just like another INFP. Nah, it doesn't mean that at all. So yeah, just interesting. And if you guys ever want me to like cover something in particular, I will, because I don't mind. I definitely want to talk about like some of the things, like the dark stages of INFJ, some of the dark things, especially that disappearing thing that we need, the down period that we need. That's hard for our loved ones sometimes because we need that down space, or else it's just not healthy for us. And I think that that is hard to understand. So yeah, I I believe that you're introverted, but I don't think you're camera shy because you're able to get up on camera even if you feel fear of getting on camera. But I do feel fear of getting on camera, Zero. But I do what I need to do because I don't like to not connect. Oh, thank you, Zero. I don't like to not connect with people, so I get on camera. So one of these days, I'll give you guys my OnlyFans. The camera thing is hard for me sometimes because you can see my emotions, and sometimes I get very teary eyed, and I try to hide that a lot, and it's just hard sometimes. But when I try to speak through an avatar, that's harder because then I feel like I can't express myself. So then I turn on my camera, no matter whose panel I'm on, because when someone's talking to me, I like to look at a person, and it's hard. I didn't put my mic on mute when I said the OnlyFans thing. Shoot. Yeah. Do I have an OnlyFans? Yeah, I do. Burberry is doing something even though it scares you. Right, Zero? Okay, I better explain the OnlyFans. It's because I have I just like that you put no, don't explain it. Okay, you're right. I won't. But yeah. So Burberry is doing something even though it scares you. Okay. No, you didn't, and she's still not gonna tell us. My dogs are crying. Let me let my dogs out. I'll be right back. Anyways, I would have told you. Okay. Now you can tell us if you want. It's not a big deal. I really don't. I'm not. It's not a big deal. If you want it, just send me a DM. Because I don't really. The best way to connect with me is this way. I have a few. I mean, I like to put dance pictures on there that doesn't have to be censored as much. So that's why I like OnlyFans. And why am I breathing so hard? It's because I ran up and down the stairs, and even though I dance all day, my legs hurt. Hey, Reckless Rio. So good seeing you. Good morning. I just don't like that energy of going up the stairs. So man, if I work out with Sheila E again, of the Quiet Storm, shout out to her. I'll be ready. But so anyways, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead. Hey, Reckless Rio. I'm finishing up here. I didn't mean to get out of breath. But if you want to know my OnlyFans, just send me a message, DM, because I don't advertise it because I usually use it for dance, and pictures that's not gonna get censored. What's up, Rio? I watched that video. You're gonna have to send me some timestamps on that one, but I didn't watch all of it because I don't know. That's interesting. We'll talk about that later. Do any of you think I'm shy? I really am. I really am an introvert. You guys, I really need that downtime time to myself. I want you guys to know I do thank you for sharing your personality types with me, because it's helping me get to know you better, and you guys are getting to know me. And again, I told you as an INFJ, it is hard to find friendships, and it's hard. Relationships are hard, and I can be really sensitive. So I'm just, just trying to understand myself and other people better and be more tolerant of people. You guys, and again, if you like what I'm talking about, hit the like or the dislike, either one. Subscribe and hit the bell, because I don't have a schedule, and I probably won't come out with the schedule until after my dance break, which the studio closes on the 6th. Nicole, can we get real on the panel? Not on this page. It would be on my other one, because this one I want to be specific to INFJ stuff, but I'm done here. So if Rio wants to talk, I'd be more than happy to open up a panel for him. The problem with Rio is that there's so many fake accounts that like people just pretend to be him. But that's stuff that I would rather talk about on the other page. So if you guys want, I'll jump back over there and end the stream. Okay? Actually, Nate, wait, no, I'm Real. You get a lot of hate, but we got you over here. Real, that's why I branched over here. I just want you to know that we're friends, and I'm good with you. So you don't have to worry about that. But I would be more than happy. Okay, I'm about to go to sleep. If you open up the panel, I'll stay up longer. Rio, are you able to get on my panel though? I thought you had trouble. Let me know. If Rio wants to jump on the panel, then I'll open up a panel. But Nate, I don't know. How can you not like Rio? Rio's cool. Like Rio's a cool dude, you know? Nope, it ain't gonna work. Okay, so he can't get on the panel right there. Okay, so that's okay, Nate. When I talk tomorrow, I'll talk to Rio and see why he can't get on a panel, and maybe do some troubleshooting with him. And let's look forward to that tomorrow. Rio, if you let me, then I will interview you tomorrow, if that's okay. All right. Rio, just call her regular phone. Okay, let's talk about it, because he can't. Something with his app is just not his app. I don't know why. I just know you got to go through Chrome, Rio, and I think we're having trouble with that. I'll try to walk you through it. As for now, you guys, let me end this stream, because I want it to be specific to INFJ stuff. But I'll work it out, Nate. We could probably even do a conference call if you want. So, all right. I'll talk to you guys soon. Be safe. And Nate, send me a message too. I don't know if I can. I switched my phone information. All right, guys. Talk to you soon. Good night. You can interview me tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna send you a message. Take care, you guys. Good night, Zero. You're funny. Good night, Atlanta girl. Thank you for doing a personality test, and I'll talk to you all very soon. Okay, bye bye.